Great and beautiful morning and evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this hour. Welcome to 323 edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. Yes, I will tell you that the market globally has opened again on a misdirection, slowing down the positive momentum we saw yesterday. But the good thing is that some of the markets across the globe are still extending the positive trend yesterday, while some markets are slowed down this morning as a result of what one information or also what change in sentiment as things unfold between that yesterday and this hour. But why some markets are becoming stronger, extending the gain they had yesterday. That's why I tell you that when the market gain today, tomorrow or next can see a trend. But when market gain today, the next day is down. That is not a trend, but we're watching to see where it break out. But we're seeing some market that have kind of extend, they are gaining for 2, 3 sessions. Then that is a trend that you have to also when I see a trend, you need to know what is the factor behind this trend and how what is the strength of the trend. You need to know these are the things that we'll be discussing today. But generally, as usual, like I always tell you that anything you are trading in the market, either you are trading bond, you are trading FS, you are trading crypto, you are trading stocks or commodity, you need to have what? You have to go and also have a plan. And as you trade your plan and follow it and also review it to know whether you are making headway or wherever there's mistake, review it. That will keep you what? On the winning side. And you must always take advantage of up market what to exit your position and take a position of that market to buy. And when you see a trend that's going up, it's good that you join that trend. And one thing again that is very, very important, which I emphasize anytime I talk on this platform, is that after you apply your technical analysis, you apply your fundamental sentiment, the major thing again, patience is very, very important, but common sense is very, which is what your human factor. You must think outside the box. Thinking will help you, to strive in any market situation. You are in any market direction. You must know what is happening around you. That is very, very key because what is happening within a US market is different from what's happening in Asia market. What is happening in African markets, what is happening in NGS today, because the environment the NGS is operating is different from what environment NASDAQ, S&P, and the Dow is operating. You need to understand all this so that at the end of the day, it will help you to make what informed decision. That's why that human effort in terms of thinking is very, very key when it comes to trading and investing. You need to know all this as a trader or investor. Once you're able to control your emotion and take the right decision by doing critical analysis with your brain, with your all you are seeing, not just relying on your fundamental alone, on technical or sentiment. The thing that will happen in the market that is beyond fundamental, that's beyond technical, that's beyond sentiment, and but also patience is very necessary. But your thinking to know what to do with that environment for yourself is very, very important. Yes, let's look at, as I said, the market is mixed while other markets have extended. But if you look at what is happening in Asia market, I want to just look at that so that it will also help us to know exactly. But I think that Asia market has really extended the gain it had yesterday, but it's also already on a losing momentum. I say why? Knowing that the major economy in that Asia zone is China, and China economy is still shaking, even when the government is combining their fiscal and the monetary authority to make sure that they stimulate kind of demand and also activities in that environment. Still, it's not going to be overnight. I tell you that all things we do at times it might be temporary, but when you have a cordial and also a follow-up plan of medium, short, and long term, it goes a long way to support. But yes, you saw that yesterday, cutting trade tax and all those stuff. We're seeing also cutting interest rate, but still the economy is still shaking until we see the positive market index for the month of August. But as to speak, also this stimulus has supported the market, but I can see it started slowing down gradually. For you to know that having stimulus is good, but how long it takes for you to come out with it, and also how you are implementing it is very, very key. But we see that yes, it extended its gain yesterday, but it's not as sharp as also yesterday. This second trading day in Asia, especially China market. The speculation is still ongoing, but I believe that as we see more light on this stimulus measure of the government, that will also support. But don't forget that the regional markets also are also positive as we speak, taking a clue for what is likely to happen from our eyes on US US data to see what the inflation is going to look like, the job report, and all that. But you can see that because the US market was up yesterday, we're seeing that trend also also repeated in Asia, and which also in the US as we speak now, we're seeing a flat market there. The market is not up, waiting for what the trigger will come from this the inflation figure I mentioned earlier and others, because that is what the chairman of Fed is hinting that it is this data that determine what to do, whether they're going to make a pause or going to start hiking rate again from what we learned from the meeting they had on Friday. You see that even the chairperson for central bank also have said that they were the cause of all this because of their intervention and also the way they manage the economy before now when during COVID-19. But now that means they have a task to continue to intervene and fix this. That means we see this up and down in trade in trade, because that's why I said we expect to see what I call rate volatility. This is not a rate of what rate, interest rate volatility will continue as we witness what in 2022. That means you as a trader or investor, you must factor in this, because as we speak now, because we are seeing that there is a kind of a slowdown in the kind of ease in US yield in terms of their fixed income market. Their treasury bill is also reflecting in their market. But yesterday we saw it, but this morning the market is where we're seeing that change in also in alternative where investors investment instrument also has the way of playing out what in in the market. When you see that yield is high, you see that it's going to affect the equity market. But when yield is slowing down, you see it's going to. These are the things you also look at. Now that I tell you that the future or the outlook of rates going to the future is still very very much mixed, because of what this pause and what and hike is expected to come from what from the central banks of the world, especially in the Western world. We are seeing already that this from their statement, this is what we expect from them. And I tell you, this will also have the way of also influencing the market, and that's why your eyes must be on what on the yield curve, in other market, and also what is happening in the equity market, because this will create opportunity in some environment where you can move your fund from bond to what to equity. Is very very important that we have this at the back of our mind. But I tell you, when there is correlation between between the two, you also know what to do, and also when there is a negative correlation, also you also know what to do as a trader. I'm just telling you that so that you will know that you not just go and sleep, because I believe that what is happening in the Western world on the global economy has the way of influencing what's going to happen in our market. That's why we're bringing all this into our discussion, so that it go a long way to help us, in arriving on what to do as it comes to what our own market down here in Nigeria. And I believe that this also is going to guide our decision, knowing what to do going into the future when it comes to what equity investment. Because it is key that you know all this, because once you know it, it go a long way to to support your decision. And as I said, when all these tech companies in this matured economy, despite they see mistrend was seen, I believe that that also have a way of influencing activities in Europe market and also US market. Don't forget that tech company is where all attention is, because of what this is a new wave of what of artificial intelligence that we're seeing, and also major agreement also that were coming up in different phase in different market is also a plus. And I believe that a rise in also in inflation might be a kind of a trigger, but we'll still continue to cool down in both in US and in Europe. That also we'll see where they will go in terms of what in terms of a rate, and that's why this rate is very good, because rate what I call it a trigger fund to move from one point to the other. And this is one thing that you should also put in your plan, because when you are seeing rate hike, one will go moving from one instrument to the other, looking for what where there is a better opportunity with lesser risk. Even when people are taking calculated risk to buy into equity, there are some people that also that are risk free and risk averse that want to look at instrument that is cheap, and then they also do what called portfolio realignment and portfolio for reshuffling. That will continue, in any market across the globe, because of what fund is looking for where to create additional value for what for the owner, and that's why you are in the market to work to make money. None of us in the market to watch the trend, we are to benefit from the trend and make what wise investment decision. And these are how also you must stay ahead of the market as to speak. These are the things I believe that as I shared, you also as a trader or investor, just have a way of guiding you, have a way of guiding you to know exactly what to do at the right time. Once this is is a notice, you must also make sure that you go in that direction. Make sure that you factor all these things into your work, into your decision. That is what I expect that we should start doing right away as well. Don't just to stay aloof or just stand by the fence and be watching. No, as a trader, you must consider a lot of things. Yes, if you come back to see, like I mentioned, the local market, I told you that our local market has extended the gain we saw yesterday this hour, which is very very good for our market. But one thing I want to make clear that because of lack of understanding of this market, most of stockbroking firms or analysts or market watchers as kind of told their followers that they should set down the market, they should run away from the market, that the market is doing. I will tell you that market has successfully, at this hour we're trading, broken out the 66,000 mark. The market is trading above 2008 position. It tells you that the market still has strength. Yes, it is true that some stocks are the few stocks are the open market. On the kind of a broader market gain, we are not seeing most of what we're seeing gradually that numbers of stocks that are gaining are increasing on a daily basis. It tells you that people are very more interested. Why? Because the alternative market, the interest rate or yield is still very, very limited of outlook. For that, you can see flow will flow in and out. But on the whole, because we're having a high interest inflation rate in Nigeria, I'll tell you this flow going to go up and down. But those companies that are in service sector, like I said yesterday, that supported the equity the GDP, I'm seeing potential in those companies because their figures have remained positive even as Q2. And why those that are affected by exchange unification are going to lose their wound even till the end of the third quarter because we have not seen government taking a drastic step or put the real step or plan to solve this issue. For those that are still in the service sector, they are going to still see more numbers coming positive from that environment. That on that ground, we need to also make sure that we are in those because that is where how to because I believe that those that have exited the market now that are sitting on the fence are really already losing out because we are seeing some sectors, we are seeing some individuals of creating value for investors, and also those that also sit at the fence because market is almost forming a double top because of touching almost the same level with what we had in 2008. But I tell you that the different kind of liquidity of fund is what drove the market in 2008. It's quite different from what brought the market to this level. And the good thing is that market have remained what we call at a a consolidated level, either we call it a distribution. But now it's also breaking out to form another we call another what markup because in any market you are trading, other individual stock, there are different phase of what of market or pattern of the market. The accumulation phase, the markup phase, distribution phase, and the markdown or the decline. And at the accumulation phase, you see that the market is still very, very low, and also you are seeing potential at that time. That is why people that have eyes like looking technical analysis look at you say this market has oversold region at that level, and also price of stocks are there, and also we are looking at also other macroeconomic data like the interest rate, like what national output, we're looking at what the exchange rate, because I tell you, interest rate will control even what of the exchange rate, the inflation, and also national output. National output can be of like GDP or industrial output. At the end of the day, looking at our MP Purchasing Management Index for quarterly to see the activities of private sector in that environment. That means you must understand how to use the macroeconomic data to add to what is happening there. For instance, you must understand what is happening where you are as investor or trader. Once you have that knowledge of what is happening in the environment, it will help you to make informed decision. But most of us think that once you have look at your fundamental, look at your technical analysis, sentiment is good. They are very, very perfect. But you must think outside the box. You must know what is happening to see which set of benefit from it. I tell you that the banks have benefited from what? From rate hike. Why? Because as the high rate, the loans they are given, they earn more. And don't forget that in elementary economics, we are told that bank generate money. How bank creates money? Bank creates money through what? Through interest rate, and that has remained. And not only that, don't forget also that also bank through the exchange rate we have seen that most of them have posted FS gain. Have you seen any bank that posted FS loss? No, because most of them have this currency, this hard currency before. And also one thing is very important that in this environment where we are seeing high inflation, which is creating unemployment for us, was using another strategy entirely. We are adopting what we are taught in school, just like our CBN, copying what other foreign CBN are doing. Why our own environment is different? You can see how Japan has really detached themselves from what they following the what is happening in US or in Europe. They decide to go there. We can also China the same thing. Because the economy is relatively stable. Apart from China, that we are seeing that COVID-19 has also disorganized them. Even when they lifted the COVID-19 restriction, we are not seeing them coming out from where they are. But I see that Japan has been stable. Even during that COVID-19, and now they are the first economy to come back to 6% of GDP again in recent time. So that means we need to look at what worked for us our CPN governor, governor before now, and the MPC meeting team has continued to look at inflation, interest rate to manage inflation. That is not the only way. The major problem we're having that as far as our exchange rate is high, we're already importing inflation, and at the same time, don't forget that if you're hiking in interest rate, it's not to the benefit of the economy. All your aim is to attract what the foreign investor. And I'll tell you, like Nigeria today, because of high insecurity and what is popular, no foreign investor will come into our environment to come and, even though the what we call a direct investor that will come and invest, a direct foreign investor that come to invest and establish companies to engage Nigerians, they will be watching to see whether we're able to solve this our volatility in exchange rate. And also even the portfolio investors that are very smart, looking at the point, they will also be waiting to, because they don't want to come to Nigeria with an exchange rate of 700, and when they want to go, it's above 1,000. And what have they gained from it? These are the things that is also influencing our market. But I believe that you and I that want to see the environment, we must factor this into our decision, into our planning, into our work. But that's why I say you must set your goal and look at what is happening in the environment that's going to add positive to your decision or negative in past sectors or industry. And when I say that sector rotation will continue, will continue in the market, will continue because you need to where there's opportunity, because policy has influence of destroying a sector or not only company, a sector generally, and also it has also power of what making a sector to also experience what boom. Then you must understand all this at all time so that you're able to stay what ahead of the market. These are the things I want to explain here before we go back to what to the chart, and also go to what to see what our market is doing, because it is necessary. Because many people are, when I see some companies saying that they should sell down, I think when you sell down totally what you have and you are still opportunity in the market, I will tell you, as far there's opportunity or news trying to impart one stock or the other, you must look at how to. And as I said, once you see a stock that trend up for 2 days, it's worth to work, because it's good to join a trend. That is going up, that is join a trend that is going down. And let's that you don't catch a falling knife. But when you see a bouncing board that is going up, you see it bounce up and go up. You follow that trend that is going up, because it's going to go to the place before it wants to start coming down. But you must keep your eyes on on technical to know exactly when the sentiment is dying off, or when sentiment is also being is becoming weak. Once you understand all this, you're able to stay in the market perfectly. But when you don't understand, you are only just investing with fundamental technical, you don't need that time to go out of the market, you still be holding while others are also exiting the market at that particular time. That is where combining the two analysis or all the fundamental technical is very, very important. You know exactly what to do. But don't forget that I told you that always now you use your fundamentals to know stock to watch. Why the price to buy is what your technicals will give you. Sentiment will provide liquidity. Why? When there's a positive sentiment, you see money coming out. And don't forget that it's what also tell you in Investdata that about 50% of liquidity in the market, the general market, and part of stock. That means you must see where the general market is going. And that is why you have to also break it down to see where is a general sector, or let me say a sector, not general market, a sector is going also how they work, because policy can impact the sector positively and also mind that sector. But the market now in Nigeria, because our index have been kind of how would I put it, tinted to some particular stock that when they go, they change the whole index. That is not enough for you to look at. Now today you can see that food is almost getting to 200. It's going to continue to keep index up in that direction. And so you see that MTN, they added additional share to that. That is also boosted the market cap. But all these high caps that was look at individual stock on sector where they operate, which was we can see that there's a change in consumer goods, not because of their performance, because of activity around the major news and what food. You also must understand it. And also what is happening in insurance company, most insurance companies are grossly undervalued, and we have factors that are going to drive them, because we're also seeing that they hike in their premium is a plus for them. Go and check all the insurance companies, which I said. You can see that their gross premium is on the increase, and check also their what we call it, their claims, and look at their claims, and also look at their investment. You can see that only few companies in that sector have posted a decline in their profit after tax. You can see that there's consistent. That means those stocks that are undervalued, look at this. Look at the banks I mentioned earlier. You have what is supporting their the interest rate and other government policies. It's also, and look at also the service, the airline service, which also they have increased their luggage handling. You can see that it's playing through on Sako, on NACO, and also even Le Cavaton. You must understand all this, and also not only that, NACO has also expanded their business into expanding of food items is a plus for them. You must understand all this that's happening and start investing, not only using your fundamental, your technical, your sentiment. You must look at what is happening around the company. They're going to impact positively on individual company and on the sector. Once you get this clue at once and for all, It also helps you to analyze. But don't forget that when you are investing, you don't fall in love with any stock. You are there to make money. That's also a whole stock because the name of the company. No, whether you can see that in Nigeria, whether it's a company managed by white or black, they can also go into what into a negative position. What happened in effort that show that a company managed by white is not enough reason for you to buy into them. You can see that a company like Unilever, something like a Cadbury, something like a Nestle, they posted negative because of what no one policy called exchange rate that change. That means it is not the name of the company. That means you must know why when a stock and when things that are attracted into that stock are not there again or changing, you quickly kill out and go to where you are seeing things that are going to support what the positive sentiment you are going to that support price. These are what we should do. It is very, very important that I explain all this right away in this session so that we'll continue. And also tomorrow or next, also tell you that the month of August is very dicey month, but we're seeing that this one is already going to close positive. But a better month for the market is what the month of September. I have seen that the month of September, out of 10 years, in the month of September, looking at our data and Investdata, let me quickly see if I can cut that data up. If you look at this data, I've just shown here. This is almost like from here is 10 years now. Check from here to here, in the month of September, you can see that in just only 3 years, we have seen that out of 10 years that we see that the market was down in the month of September. September is always a positive one, and now that we have seen that most of the first year banks have shifted their word, their Q2 result, are also likely to come with interim dividend to that period, that month. I believe that it's going to be a plus for what a plus for the market. These are the things we will, and also we believe that then we have seen the direction the ministers coming from the angle of the fiscal authority, and also we expect that monetary policy will also be coming in that September. We'll see to see what they're going to do. Are they going to hike rate again with another 25 basis points? They did, and knowing that interest we are hiking to attract foreign investors, they are not ready to come now, and at this time we are suffocating your economy because of what increased what in interest rate. Let's wait and see what this government does, because now that we're seeing that our GDP have shown that we're having a slow growth, can they sleep and with this slow growth? They need to bring salary that will take us to what, getting us to what to 6% that they've also projected as they are coming in. These are the things I believe that as from September we might see change. Also, don't forget that the last quarter of the year is the most active sector. These are the things we'll be looking at as you are going. Those that are sitting at the fence, they are losing out already, because either their support have advised them or their consultant or their financial advisor say go out, and the market is going out of the market. The market is now so stop at delivering value for what for investor. You must know all these what as a trader or investor in anything you are doing is very, very, very important. I need to just call them up. That's why I say let me just share this so that we understand what I mean by just going beyond what's technical, fundamental, sentiment. You must use your common sense. You must take away emotion from your trading. You must think outside the box. That's what I mean that the human effort, which is the common sense I mentioned. You must have that. One monitor must be what appropriate to know exactly. There's some stock I'll tell you can see the way boy is going today. No, it will tell you that once you saw the trend, when you know what to do. Also, common sense tell you that as boy is going up there, it's not likely to follow this. The Dangote merger that go to come together. As far as it tells you the common sense that is going to go. That's why I say you must think. Technically, not tell you that this stock is going to go up, because yes, you can see it in technical, but why as far as seeing Boa food going up, it tells you that the proposed Dangote food also will not remain down, because that will also the industry. It won't be a benchmark for what's going to happen Dangote food. And also Dangote food is coming with some goods that have what in elastic nature in terms of demand, that even when they increase price, so it's very like salt. And don't forget that sugar is also a wide demanded thing by industrial and also by personal consumption. These are the things we also will look at. That is why this one's definitely that the product of Dangote group is inelastic. You need to know that. As I say, you must know what's around. That's why where you can bring out to what you are thinking in this area I'm just mentioning, that is very, very important. Yeah, looking at the market now. Our market successfully breaking the 2008 high, while doing 66,398.58 as we speak. Now market is up by 247.20, up by 0.46 as we speak now. 0.4 sorry, doing 0.39. That's almost a 0.4. Sorry, it's doing 0.39, 0.38. This is what the market is doing now. It's almost like 0.4 as we speak now. But the good thing that market is having a positive market breadth. We're seeing 23 gainers against just 15 losers. And we are seeing that more stock are coming back, which I tell you that they missed outlook for the yield market, especially the money market instrument. When I mean money market, I'm talking about the TB that we have seen that the yield has gone as high in terms of the longest score of about 13.97. Then the next one that's coming by next Wednesday, the probably are going to be kind of pullback, adjust down is possible, but I don't see even though when it goes to 15, looking at inflation that also we are looking at to see August inflation has to cross into the month of September will also be a benchmark to see. That's why this fund will be going up and down. But people are taking advantage of those stocks that have the capacity of boosting a better number that will support a high payout, and also we are seeing sentiment, and also that this earnings that was the price feed on is very, very important when it comes to analyzing stock. That's why you must put your eyes on it. Yes, I still realize that we're having a positive market breadth. 23 gainers against 15 losers. If you look at the top loser right, you are seeing that so turnaround is one leading here, and I'm not surprised in turnaround because turnaround is what as well the profit taking or sell off is also part of it. We're also seeing that prestige assurance is following. We're seeing that ROT Briscoe and also Ella Lake also Ella Lake is there, and corner cornerstone insurance. I'm not surprised these are stores that have rallied and they deserve to be said down, especially as people are seeing value in other sectors where they can take profit from here and position. I see that that is what's going on. And I said possible reshuffling or possible realignment will continue in the market, or sector rotation will continue as far as people are seeing value and also trying to play safe and also play slightly defense in this market as we speak now. Knowing that the macroeconomic data is still changing, and we're seeing a very high headwinds around, and also seeing opportunity in the headwinds, but you have to also make that your portfolio can stand all these situations I've just mentioned and remain also in profit. This is what makes you what a successful trader or a smart investor. Yes, we're looking at the top gainers right now. We're seeing that the flour mill, is also leading. And flour mill this morning came released the result. That result will be discussed tomorrow because of our time. We're seeing that here their full year result, we saw an improvement in their earning, but first quarter are giving us the state of the company, which we know that they can't escape it because all of them in that industry have been expected. Which their first quarter results have shown, but they are paying a 2.25 kobo. For me, it's also good because that's about almost 7.8 or 7.6% yield as the result hit the market. Good one, relatively above what we see in international market. But because interest rate is high and also inflation is high, these yields are good. But because the capital appreciation in addition, and also what is happening in the FX market, we see that this stock is gaining this morning, but you also have to trade with caution. But there is value because any company that go into value chain, value chain, I see opportunity in those companies and also in that industry. Put today we are seeing that the flour mill has expanded their capacity, acquiring Honeywell and all those stuff, having a business and also with northern Nigeria. But we don't believe that if the economy get it right, these are company. But for now, with this FS issue, they are all still shaking. That means you have to follow the trend and know what to do exactly. Yes, they follow by what we're seeing. The NASCON also followed, also in that regard. We're seeing the Nagote Sugar, Transcorp, and also GSK. These are the top gainers as we speak. We see that we're seeing the consumer goods dominating the gainers that apart from the energy with the utility, also seeing what in Transcorp today. Transcorp has extended the rally since last week Friday till today. You can see the impact of what positive news of acquisition, and also the company expanding into what from generating to what to distribution, making this company value expanding, and now we see that that's going to also reflect on their performance. Where to see their Q3, or to change the face of the stock. You can see that there's a lot of where you can put your money. For those that they are analysts, they are stockbrokers, those that they are financial advisors, and also I've said sell off the market. You can see that market, even at the notification fees, it's already breaking down to enter another markup. We are coming to the chart to see. But I've seen these are the top gainers. Then you quickly look at what are the stocks that are moving in stock market in terms of volume. Volume is relatively low as we speak now, but we're seeing that the LPNH is one leading now in terms of volume. It has traded about 44.78 million shares as we speak. We're seeing that Japan Gold also in that direction, 21.8 million shares traded, and Universal Insurance, 15.3 million shares traded. Access is also at follow. Access is coming back gradually. We're seeing Access trading around the 1630, traded 11.29 million shares. And Transcorp is next there. Transcorp is doing almost 10.37 million. You can see that Transcorp gradually, we see that volume is coming down, even when there's high demand because people are seeing already value there, people are not selling, people are struggling to get this stuff. These are the things you look at as investor. You look at value. Those that have entered this stock even at 1 naira, and when they see the value, people that enter even when they when they rally, when the $3 brought, open our eyes to see, they're also enjoying it. That means you look at value to buy to before the market look that direction. That is how to invest, and that is what to teach in what in Investdata. You have to follow us both in our platform to get this value and also know how to move with the market as we speak. Quick time. Well, let's quickly go to what to the chart. Look at the chart. Like I was saying, if you look at this point, I want to draw a line here. This is what we call the accumulation state of the market. You can see it here that the market was flat here, almost, I see that the market was kind of side trending at this point. I want to draw something here. At this point, market has been side trending. If you also look at here, if you take it here again, you can see that in within this period from here, after the market have pulled back here, but this level, it was not going up, it was side trending, waiting for what? A trigger. You can check it from here to here. I want to draw this line so you can get what I'm saying. At this point, down now, yeah, you can see this one is what we call the accumulation state of the market. You can see after the market have rallied here down. But if you really want to know whether the momentum behind this story, that is why you must call up your T line. My T line is what I use both for every time frame. I'm looking for one day, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly time frame. You want to also look at it. It tell you a lot of what is happening. But it acts as what? As resistance and support for you to know where the momentum in the market is, and before you can combine to other momentum, other indicators to also support you. This is what I call what on the accumulation stage. You can see at this stage the market is is kind of start trending. Before you now see a markup phase here, you can see this markup phase here. You can see it here, up was going up, but within here, market was kind of what also oscillating. Another consolidation at this point, which we showed yesterday. But from what I'm going to draw, I can see that there's a breakout already this morning. We want to see whether this breakout will sustain, because markets are broken out from what the latest consolidation level or resistance level, and now market is trading around 6,300 and something, which is also good. But what's the volume bringing it up to this level, and also what are the factors that brought the market? Is it sustainable? If Q3 number come, we are able to see a higher rally. Because some sectors that put negative level, the ones that put positive level, if they continue that positive number, you need to support this. So these are the things that I tell you that it is the sentiment that provides the liquidity in the market. When there's positive sentiment, you see money coming out to drive that sentiment. But you not be carried away because you are also investing with knowledge. Don't be carried because you have a plan, you have a goal. You have your buying rate, you have your stop loss, you have your profit target. Once you hit your target, you know how to exit the market. Don't fall in love with an up market. That same market that go up, if you fail to take profit, the market will take that profit from you. And also, if you buy at the wrong time, as you are jumping in, it starts coming down, you have to wait for a longer time, or you start not seeing your wound. You must understand all this as a trader or investor. Quickly, I want to draw this line here now again. Yesterday I drew that line, but I want to do because we are seeing a breakout at this level already. If you can see what I'm doing right away now, market are successfully breaking out the 66,185.09 that was the highest it touched on Thursday before pulling back. Yesterday, market has touched almost 60,150, 165 before closing at 60,151. But this morning, market have crossed. I can see that market have successfully broken out this what we call either you call it distribution level, or for me, I'll say more of a consolidation level, and distribution altogether. But successfully, if the market have at this point break down this support line I'm doing now, that will confirm a decline. But now if you successfully break out the upper one, that will also confirm what a markup. That already we are seeing the markup now. They can see that the green line is above what the green line there. This line, the last candlestick we are seeing here, that's why that is smaller than this one, is higher than it. It's a sign that market is also going up in that direction. You must combine all these to know exactly what market is doing. I can see for me, those that are sitting at the front that market, is that you are just wasting time, and now you are the one to lose. But that's why also it's good to look at what a higher range. If you look at this market at a high range, you can see now. I want to show you something. This is the peak of the market in 2008. You can see it for yourself. There, you can see that market has successfully broken out the peak in 2008. Now market is making another new high again. This is the first time Nigeria market is hitting this 6,400 and what 455. You can see where the line is now. You can see this is the first time in the history of the market a new trend is starting all over in our market, and that is a good one. But the momentum and the factor that will drive it higher than this is what we are looking at as you as a trader investor who must put all this word into consideration so that we know how long we stay, so that you won't be carried away, because market is going up. You must understand why it's going up. It's very, very important. Our time is fast spent in this class, in this discussion. I think tomorrow, by God grace, we'll continue from here. But quickly, let's go back to see what the market. Let's call up our. You can equally see it here. Look at your what our 1 hour chart. You can see that market. You can see the highest and it has broken. This is the highest. You can see it here. You touch it. I can see the market is up. But in 1 hour time, market is up. You can see that also market is coming red here a little. You can see that in the last 1 hour, I was seeing that the profit taking is still, we're seeing it there, but still a strong one. You can see market is still strong. But let me quickly call our indicators. Only just the T line I want to call now because of our time is spent. I want to check something with the T line before I call it a day. Our time is almost spent. Holy time can so run. You can see it here. You can see that the market is above the T line, and you can see it here where the market is. It shows you where the market is going. And let's look at the 15-minute chart before I finally call it a day. We will do more other stuff tomorrow, hopefully by God's grace. You can see where the market is now above T line to 15-minute chart. You can see that red activities, profit taking also have come up in the last 15 minutes. You can see it here, two red you are saying, but the market is still very, very strong. On this note, I'll say thank you and see you tomorrow. Hopefully, I will do more analysis just to explain all this. That's why I'm taking our time. But I see you tomorrow. I will discuss more of individual stuff. On this note, I say enjoy the rest of your trading day. Bye.